Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we're going to take a look at the first form FRIEZA. This is one of the free-to-play characters. Now this Frieza is obviously going to be pretty limited at the moment, but I mean, we do want to take a look at him, I guess before the part 2 data download or whatever. This guy is going to get a TUR Awakening, and presumably he's going to get an EZA later on in part 3. Now, I think probably this guy's... one of the biggest strengths for this character is probably going to be him being on the Super Bosses category team. And this guy, this Frieza, does have Super Bosses support. Right now it's just one key, but I would assume later on he's going to give stats as well, which certainly could be pretty good, and that would make a ton of sense, you know, making like a support character like have dodge or something like that. This is just the build we got right now. No equips until I see, you know, what his kind of like upgraded, like Dokkan Awakening and EZA stats and stuff like that look like. Let's just go into an event, and then just, kind of like get some of the stats, see what this Frieza is putting up. Obviously he's not going to look the craziest for now, but I mean, we're just having fun here. Alright guys, we are here in an event, with first form Frieza. Now, again, kind of one of the biggest things we do want to remember about this Frieza is going to be his inclusion on the Super Bosses category. Both the free-to-play Frieza and the free-to-play Beerus, the thing that these characters have is they are the only Frieza and Beerus on here, right? I mean, there are the Golden Frieza from the Broly movie was previously there. Yeah, but in terms of the Friezas and Beeruses, that's it. We do not have any Resurrection F Friezas on Super Bosses. So I would love, if they could do a Golden Frieza Dokkan Fest that would be on Super Bosses, but not on Movie Bosses would be fine. And then at Beerus, we could potentially see, a Super Bosses really strong Beerus potentially come around as well. Now, we're on the Turles team. This is just to get the 200% leader skill for Frieza. Frieza, unfortunately, is not on the 200% leader skill for EGO Broly, which, is kind of a bit of a bummer. Frieza is a link set here. He does have 6 links. He's only an SSR at the moment. This is Prodigies. I'm not sure what that is. Then Strongest Gun in Space, Universe's Most Malevolent, Thirst for Conquest, and Fear and Faith. Yeah, wait, what is this? This is... yeah, I pulled it up. Yeah, this is... whew, okay, this is tough. So this link right here, this is Frieza's Army, is what this is. 20% defense, 10% attack. I mean, that's definitely a sizable buff, but if we take a look at the characters that have got it, the Dokkan Wiki incorrectly has Frieza listed with Metamorphosis, but obviously that's not Metamorphosis, it's Frieza's Army. Such an obscure link that I didn't even, I couldn't place what it is. I had to actually look it up. So, I mean, this is probably not going to do us any favors with using Frieza pretty much anywhere. Maybe if we were at the height of the Ginyu Force existing, sure, but guess what we aren't on right now, the height of the Ginyu Force existing. Alright, so, I might as well just go quickly with the rest of what Frieza does. Super attack is 30% attack, no defense right there is horrible, we need to get defense on there when he awakens or EZAs. One key, 80% attack and defense. This is a bad mechanic, which is coming up next. 20% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 60%. That's... if he doesn't get built-in additionals, man, it's like, damn, that's... because this is probably going to be a free-to-play support floater, and they're talking about do some 3 attacks. That shit is ass on this type of character, man. Then he gives Super Bosses category allies 1 key, and then an additional is a high chance to be a super when HP is 50% or more. So, I mean, that... sure, we have that right there. I guess we could do 3 attacks, if we get the Hidden Potential System additional to proc right away. Okay, sure. I guess that's not really that big of a deal. we definitely do want to see some defense added to the super attack effect, and certainly after Awakening, some type of defensive mechanic would be good. For a free-to-play character like this, like, dodge feels right, I would say. You know, like, oftentimes I don't feel like they're going to go crazy with a free-to-play character, like, all right, 80% damage reduction when he attacks or some shit like that. All right, there's the built-in additional right there, so already we have 2 of the attacks built up. Yeah, I was too harsh for that, because the thing about this is FRIEZA only needs to do attacks, too. It doesn't have to actually be super attacks. Yeah, I should look at that a little bit more favorably. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's not a big deal that FRIEZA has that, because he has to do a couple of attacks, but he does have the built-in additional, but they don't have to be supers. Gohan ruined that for me. LR Ultimate Gohan needing to do super attacks, but he is the king of double normals. Super, normal is all we see from LR Ultimate Gohan. So I need to be more gentle. Yeah, exactly. When it's a character who only just needs to do attacks and not super attacks. That's fine. All right, so only one more attack and we'll have Frieza fully built up. This is a really good rotation right here. We're going to have planetary destruction support from Amand and Raisin. Obviously, we have the 50% support Vegeta as well. We can see Frieza's stats are very low. Very low. Because remember, he only has to do one more attack. That 158k defense, man. Yeah, let's hope that he gets a lot of dodge. If this Frieza gets way stronger support, right? So again, let's hope Frieza gets way stronger support as he awakens in EZAs, and then gets a bunch of dodge. I think those 2 abilities could make Frieza... I feel like a support like that would be nice for Broly's team, potentially. A Super Boss's support type character. Obviously, we know we do have the Golden Frieza. That Golden Frieza is going to be very good. That's on Super Bosses. So, you know, this guy could potentially be a little bit better as well. All right, so there's that attack. We got a crit, and then we got the additional, but again, unfortunately, it is just an additional normal, like always. Okay. Let's maybe get, like, one more turn. Again, just kind of, like, see some more stats from Frieza, and we can finish up. We don't need to spend very long here, right? Like, we just needed to see Frieza kind of get the, whatchamacallit, and then we were good to go. I guess we could go ahead and get both of these here. No reason not to.
これがなんだかわかるか？お月様さ。つけてまたね。さあ、お前本来の姿を見せてみろ。
Alrighty. Again, let's just go ahead and get this last rotation for Frieza, and we can finish up. So, let me know what you guys think about this first form Frieza. You know, it's a little bit early. Obviously, we still got a long way to go before we see this Frieza's full potential. I'm holding out hope that the 9th anniversary characters, though, these free-to-play characters, are going to be a major W this celebration, in a way that they were not for the 7th anniversary and not for the 8th anniversary. The free-to-play characters last couple of years during the anniversary has been, honestly, the weakest part of the celebration. And I think that this first form Frieza, the LR Beerus, and the free-to-play Gogeta, I'm holding out hope that these units will be mega bangers. We didn't get the additional super even once. Damn, he's taking so much damage. This cell does not hit hard to be taking that much damage. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, get me out of here. Uh-oh, oh boy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at our boy Frieza here. obviously before his awakening or before his EZA. So this is unveiling of the new leader, Frieza first form. Leader skill is Super Boss's category key 2 and 30% of stats. So obviously after his EZA, that should jump to 77% of stats. Super attack is the Death Beam, which gives him 30% attack for 1 turn and does supreme damage to the enemy. Obviously, we need some defense added to that. His passive skill, New Leader, he gets 1 key, 80% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then he gets 20% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 60%. But again, it is just attacks. He doesn't need the super, and he does have a built-in additional, so he's looking fine there. Super Boss's category allies 1 key. You know, we get a nice 50% of stats, 40% of stats, 30% of stats. Could be a nice little support type unit, again, after his EZA. And then he has additional as a high chance to be a super when HP is 50% or more. Link set is Strongest Clan in Space, Universe is Most Malevolent, Thirst for Conquest, Prodigies, Fear and Faith. And remember, the last link is not Metamorphosis. It is New Frieza Army. And then 12 key multiplier, 130%. I think for like SSRs, that's normal. This is probably going to jump up to 140% when he becomes ATUR. And then looking at Frieza's categories here, he of course is on Super Bosses. I hope to see a lot more options added to this. We're going to create this category. Hopefully, let's make it, you know, be good. So give more options there. Frieza's, of course, on the Wicked Bloodline category team. Some more options there is cool, sure. Frieza's also on the Terrifying Conqueror category team. You know, probably the main villain team of the game. Then Frieza's on Inhuman Deeds, a team that has never gotten a leader skill, which is still so crazy. Then, I mean, there was LR Vegeta Nappa, but that's a yellow coin LR. It doesn't count, right? You get what I'm saying. Then Frieza's on Space Traveling Warriors as well. This was a team we showcased them on today, you know, to kind of get them under a 200% leader skill, of course. Then Frieza's also on the Gifted Warrior category team with Broly. So that's good. That's good. And of course, any other Frieza's. And then finally, Frieza is here. This is Planetary Destruction. That is what this category is. So there we go. There is this first form Frieza. Let me know what you guys think of him. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.